Sorry, I just pressed stop for me to. I meant to touch the Y. And I touched the screen, pressing the stop button. We'll do another video. This can be part 2. This is the continuation of the last video. We got that wire there. I'm pointing to now. That one there. That one's. What was that one for? That one's for the forwards and reverse of the alternator. But the wire that right inside at the bottom there, that one there I'm pointing to as close as I can. Coming out the switch, the left terminal, far left terminal of the switch. That's the playback wire for the preamplifier of the amplifier. Got the under voltage detection circuit board, which is 12.9 volts at the moment. It's dropped a little bit since yesterday. We got low eject LED for the DC adjustable step down converter circuit board. We got the power supply capacitors for the booster preamplifier, which is that one just in there. You can barely see it. It's hidden with all the wires and stuff. Right at the very bottom there, you can barely see it. And actually that was a screw. That was actually a screw. It's so between. It's very hard to see. I have to put the light on. There we go. Now I can see it. Those two things I'm pointing to just with my finger is pointing out the transistors for the booster preamplifier. There's a few other electronics there as well, but you can't really see them. And it's like have a really high quality camera. My phone is pretty. My phone is pretty high quality, but it's not extreme quality that some of those phones out there like iPhone 16 or iPhone 17, which I don't think it has even come out yet. iPhone 16 is different, we know that. But I don't get those ones because they're too expensive, $1,000 each, and they're $2,000 a phone. I couldn't afford that sort of money for a phone. And then we've got these. Where are we? That transistor, just fingers pointing there. It's right where the time is. That one's the. Hang on. Where are we? Where are we? Just there. Pointing there. That transistor just hit next to that tiny little switch there. Is that's that switch I'm pointing to now. It's the speed selection switch. We've got behind the speed selection switch is the two transistors for the tape bias oscillator. We've got the tape bias oscillator core, which is over here. You can just barely see it. It says green and yellow tape on it. We've got the low eject switch. Up is low, down is ejecting, and up is ejecting, and down is low, according to what it says on the switch, because I didn't know it's going to turn out like that. Got the forwards and reverse switch. Up is reverse, down is forward. We've got the BPM switch. Off, on. Down is on. Off is off. The up is off. And then the headlight switch, which is this one here, which runs the headlight. It's cool, isn't it? And you got the tape microphone selection switch, which is on tape at the moment. Microphone's the other selection. I've tried that since a few days back. Power switch, which turns everything on the scooter all at once. And when that little fuse in there, back in the red tape there, just in the middle of the screen there, burns out, everything will stop working, and everything will stop working. There'll be no risk of anything catching fire once that fuse burns out. So that fuse will disable everything if it burns out. We've got the record play switch. Up is play, down is record. We've got the rewind forward switch. And the speed, again, we've got the 2 centimeters a second etc. switch, which is left is 2 centimeters a second for the VHS player. Right is the selection. This is the speed selection, which is selected to this potentiometer here to adjust the speed control, just the speed of the tape. We've got the indicator left indicator right, which is not connected yet. We've got the erase head switch. it's going to go. Wind the tape back a bit. You can hear how bad the sound that is from the car stereo, but it'll play it back in one of my stereos. It sounds not too bad. Reasonable, but this car stereo is... Someone described, I used to see years ago, he was describing a whole lot of stuff, and he was swearing like crazy. He's referring to certain head units, which is car stereos like these ones, probably certain ones that are very poor quality, as the SH word and head units. I'm not going to say it on the phone because it's a bit rude, it's rather rude, but it's still, it's mild, but I'm not going to say it because it would ruin the video. But he calls them SHIT head units. I'll just spell it out, that's about all I'll do, which is pretty crude, a bit rude, but it kept on saying again and again and again. That was years ago, that was. I'm going to say where I saw this bloke, because this video is going to go out to be gone the algorithm to go out to whoever wants to see it. Once I've got the thumbnail file app working correctly, once I paid for it, and hopefully I'll get lots and lots of views. But I just hope I don't get the video taken down, because I got videos. I got in the video recordings of artists that possibly haven't got the copyright expired yet. Like, well, some of them might be expired, but others might not be. So I might get a copyright plus 1 or copyright plus 2 or copyright plus 3 and so on and so forth on YouTube, because I'm playing songs on YouTube, recording songs on my truck and playing them back on my phone and recording them, uploading them onto YouTube, and people will think that these songs still have copyrights, and they'll give me something of a copyright plus, or so many from 0 to 10, I guess it would be how it works out. And the more pluses I get, the more not higher the number, the more wrong legal it is to record those songs and put them on YouTube. If I get a copyright 1, that's not too bad. If it's a copyright 10, well, that would be bad. So I'm guessing that's how it works out. But I've only got copyright plus once on my videos on YouTube. For that very first video I put up on YouTube in 2023 with my friend Geordie, who I don't see really these days. She's my carer from that I visit, that comes to me, used to come to me to spend time with my shed. That video got a copyright plus 1, and there's another one, I think it had Burl Ives in it playing pretty clearly. That had a copyright plus 1 as well, but because I was getting very few views, I wasn't getting more than a copyright plus 1. But if I got hundreds of views or thousands of views, even millions of views, I might have had those videos taken off YouTube. But I only plan to get like a few thousand views, so it should be okay, hopefully. I'm about to play the song. Just gonna rewind the tape. Now it's rewinds very slow because I still haven't drilled the hole yet for the no eject tooth cog, which when the hole is made, it'll poke out through here where that marker pen, where that biro is line is drawn onto the wood there. It'll poke out there when selecting rewind mode. So if I put it on where it is now, it'll rewind really slowly and takes about a couple minutes to wind one song, where it's normally taking about 2 or 3 seconds to wind each song. So I'm putting rewind, just move it down a bit so the motor slows down again, and rewind. Listen to that one again of South of the Border, sung by D.I.Y. And it doesn't sound too bad rewinding it, but you can still tell it sounds pretty distorted. Left speaker, front left speaker, got that on eBay. Front rear left speaker, got that. D.I.Y, so I used to go to D.I.Y years ago, about 10 years ago, I got that speaker roughly for the B-mail, 11 years ago roughly. Now this one, on the right, same weight to the one on the left. And the front eBay. Slightly more expensive, slightly less than the one I got this time. So let's not turn it off. It's rewinding pretty slowly. It sounds horrible when you play it, but just wait until I upload it and you'll see for yourself, viewers, how bad the sound actually is compared to that red motor truck that you've seen on YouTube many months back that I put on YouTube. That one had supreme sound, but just not very clear treble because the VHS player was a bit worn, and one part of the VHS player was a bit worn. The roller that keeps the tape speed constant was worn, causing the tape to rise to the top of the head or to the bottom slightly by a millimetre or so or two, causing the sound to fade out and lose its treble quality. So we'll put it back to before. It's all the way up there. Put the forward reverse switch to play and put the VPM switch on. It's all the speed effects you can hear right now. By switching that switch forwards, up, back and forth like that, and adjusting it the tensiometer backwards and forwards like that, you get all those speed effects. Sounds horrible. It's pretty bad. It's only at 6 notches. 7 notches now. Imagine what it'd be like at about 30 notches, it'd be even more distorted. But it's very poor quality. It's Chinese product made in China. The sound's just horrible. It's not so bad when recording, because it's getting it directly from the MP3 player built into the caster, which is the SD card that's just there. But it sounds horrible on playback mode. I guess because there's so much voltage coming from the output. Just move that here. A lot of speed effects there by viewers. A lot of speed effects. Flanges are the slow speed effects, and phases are the high speed effects, the faster speed effects, which is done by pressing my finger on this pulley in here. I'll stick my finger so you can see what I'm talking about. That pulley there, and I push on that. The speed, because I'm playback right now, it slows the speed down. If I roll on it, its speed goes a bit faster, but when I'm recording, I play back the sound, it gives the opposite effect. Push on the pulley and play it back, it sounds faster in those spots, and I roll my finger along the pulley so the pulley's forced to go faster. The pulley that's spinning in the middle of the screen there, forced it to go faster, rolling my finger along. If I have a hole at the bottom, put my finger through, the speed effects, you get the speed effects that are happening right now, is called the phases, the flanges, I should say, the flanges. But I do that most of it now by speed effects on the switch. It saves the belt from wearing out on the VHS player. You see the belt on the black thing on that pulley turning. That's the belt. Big thick belt, about 30mm thick, 2.5mm thick, and the sound's just unbelievable. It's like, no, I don't mean it's good, but it's pretty bad. It just sounds horrible. I'm not going to get another caster again on eBay. Not if I'm going to have using it with VHS player. So I'll use this one until it wears out, until I've got money to buy a better one and get one at Autoburn or Repco. Because the sound's just horrible. I want better sound. I don't want that horrible distortion. It's just horrible. So give me a like, give some comments, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.